Hello there, crafty friends. It's Alicia of the Call Me Crafty YouTube channel, and it's the 1st of October, which means it is time for a new sheet load of cards. I hope you'll stick around, learn about this month's sheet load, and find out how you can download the file for free. I am so glad that you're here. If this is your first time to my channel, I hope by the end of this video that you'll be inspired to click on that subscribe button below and maybe even tap on that bell for notification. If you do want to download this freebie printable, you will need to become a subscriber. If you are already a subscriber and regular viewer, thank you so much for stopping back by. As I mentioned last month, I did take a month off of creating a new sheet load of cards. With school starting back up for both me and my daughter, life was just getting too crazy, so I needed some time to get used to that and ramp up, and I am pleased to say that just last week I started to feel kind of normal again, or kind of ready to take on more crafty videos and projects. So I am back today to share with you a look at the new sheet load, and at the end of the video I'll tell you how you can download the free printable if you're a subscriber of mine. If you're new to sheet load of cards, what I do is almost every month put out a free printable file that includes a sketch and supply list as well as a cutting guide sheet. And then you can use the supply list and the cutting guides to quickly make a sheet load of cards. Usually these are anywhere between 6 and 12 cards from each sheet load. This month you get 8 cards. To do that, you need 4 12 by 12 pattern papers, 4 8.5 by 11 solid cardstocks for the card, and then another 4 solid cardstocks for the 8 card bases. As always, if you don't want to make a sheet load, if you just want to make 1 or 2 of these, I provide the dimensions of each piece. And then this month is a little special. So in the bottom right hand corner, I have made a little diagram of what the card looks unfolded, and that's going to make sense here in just a little bit with you when I share the very first set of cards I made using the new sheet load. Now you might notice here on the cutting guides, this is a little different than usual. Normally for each of the pattern papers, I have a different cutting guide for each one. But in order to make these cards kind of mix and match so they don't all look exactly the same, you will cut each of your pattern papers the same exact way this month. So I have the sample patterns, and then I have the cutting diagram that you will cut each of the 4 pattern papers. The card bases themselves are different, so I tried to do my best to do the little drawing how they look before you decorate them. It is a couple folds to get the card base, and you might notice when I share my samples with you that these might look familiar. Maybe a year or 2 ago, I shared a couple sets of cards probably using the same layout, but I never really turned it in to the file where you could use it and reproduce these as well. So that's what I did for this month, is I went ahead and I made this a printable file so you can play along easier instead of having to try to follow what I do in that video. I will link those videos in the description box below. If you want to go check them out, you can see just another way these cards can look. The last pieces you'll need are the cardstocks, and then if you'll see here when you print yours out, I have some like light oval shapes in the borders of my pattern paper, and that's just to kind of let you know that it might be possible for you to use that extra scrap to do your image or your sentiment focal point here. But if it doesn't work out, I'm sure everybody has some plain cardstock that they can do that with. Before I show you the cards for this month, I do want to give you a heads up that the Show Us Your Sheet Load feature is changing. I will be back later today with a video describing how you can submit those cards for me now for the end of the month video. So make sure that you check that out. Once it is posted, I will link that below in the description box, and I'll pop it in the upper right hand corner now. I hope that you'll continue to play along, whether it's sending me a card in the mail, via a YouTube video, or via an Instagram or blog post. Are you ready to see the cards I made? See, I told you the cards were going to look a little different this month. You're probably used to seeing 6 to 12 of the same exact card, but what I did is I mixed and matched the patterned papers, I changed up some of the sentiments, and that way they're still quick and easy, but they look a little bit more unique. You'll see here the special fold. It's kind of a Z fold, and then when you lay it flat, that's what the card looks like. The focal point on the front hides the area for your personalized message on the inside, and it still will stand up. At the end of this video, I'll have a little clip where you can see each of the cards up close. But now is the time where I tell you how you can download this file for yourself. To get the file, at the very bottom of my description box is a link to my Google Drive. You can go there and you can either just open it up and view it on screen, or you can print it so you have it in front of you. Now, I do ask that you are a subscriber to my channel, but I do go just on the honor system here. I do this so I don't get 100 emails of people needing the file, and that you don't have to wait for me to reply if you do want the file. So please make sure, if you're going to download the file, that you are a subscriber to my channel. You are then free to use this for your own personal use. Please do not distribute it like it is your own. I hope that you will share the cards that you create using the file with me. Again, I'll be back later today with that new Show Us Your Sheet Load video. If you enjoy the sheet load and you enjoy my new cards today, I hope you'll give this video a thumbs up. Until my next video, I hope you're all having a crafty day. Bye-bye. I wanted to quickly step in here before I share a look at each of the cards with you. I realized as I was editing this video that I forgot to mention a couple things. First of all, I will be back tomorrow to show you how I created this set of cards. And if you're going to play along this month with the Show Us Your Sheet Load, the hashtag for the October 2019 Sheet Load of Cards will be hashtag SUYSOCT 2019. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch all the way to the end of the video. I hope that you'll consider clicking on one of the videos or playlists I have linked above, and if you're interested in any of the products or tools that I use in the video, I do have some links in the description box.